Hey, what's going on? You know who it is, you know what it is. I thought I'd do a video about this or a stream because I felt this was real important and I feel like I needed to touch on this. I've had these conversations before and I predicted that this was going to eventually happen. Um, and a lot more content creators should be talking about this. But then again, due to the fact that the victims are black, you don't see people in a rush to do videos on this. Now if the assailant, if the perpetrator, if the person in question, you know the accusee, the accused, whatever you want to call it, was black, I guarantee you this would be everywhere. Everybody would be talking about this, having these conversations about, oh, black people are violent, black people were animals, and all black fatigue and all this stuff. So I just want to see, and I want to see if Charleston White and the Anton Daniels and the officer Tatum's and Jason Whitlock gonna talk about this um tragic and unfortunate incident that it shouldn't have even came to this, but due to the fact that basically the alleged killer is non-black, it's not a big deal. I just don't see this like, breaking the internet, which a lot more people should be talking about this. But nevertheless, in case you guys don't know, a couple of days ago, think this happened on Sunday. But recently there was a YouTuber by the name, his channel has been deleted if I'm not mistaken. Think he called himself Sin City Manny, and basically he was beefing with a guy. Um, I forgot what he called himself. I think it was Vinny the Great or something like that. But nevertheless, um, he's no longer here because basically the dude confronted him on the strip. And not only did he shoot him, he shot his wife and killed both of them. His wife didn't have nothing to do with this, all because he believed that this man trolled his channel, and basically he had two strikes on his channel and he was on the verge of losing his channel. So basically he found out they was in Las Vegas. I don't know if the dude called himself um letting them know he was in Las Vegas, like he was trying to do a pull up or something, or saying he was in the city and all that kind of stuff. Well, whatever the case may be, it went terribly wrong and now two people lost their lives. And now this dude right here, this was premeditated. This wasn't self-defense, this was premeditated. And to me, I feel like uh this is premeditated. I feel like he should be looking at anywhere up to the death penalty. And they have the incident. It was on YouTube. I think they were doing a stream or somebody was filming them, but the incident is was captured and it was on social media. He fired at least between 7 to 8 shots at close range. So the sad part about it is they took his channel down as of today. But from what I heard, he only had like around 14,000 subscribers. I was thinking to myself, and the other guy, the black man, he only had like around 3,000. But Sin City Man, he had like around 14,000. I was thinking that he had like maybe over a million. But apparently he felt that the guy caused his channel to get two strikes and he was on the verge of losing his channel. And there's ways to get around that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, YouTube has been pretty lenient with that. They've been pretty lenient. It take a lot to get a strike. You know, it wasn't like how it was a few years ago under a certain administration. Now that this other dude has been in office, they kind of been lenient with that. You know, so I was trying to figure out, what did he get a strike about? What did he possibly say? You know, And everybody that been down that road before, because like I said, in 2020, if you made any videos talking about you know what, you know what I'm talking about, you know what happened in 2020, when we was on lockdown. If you made any video that remotely seemed like you was a conspiracist, they was I'm talking about they was handing out strikes like it was nobody's business, which was crazy. Which I thought you should have freedom of speech, you know, which a certain administration who say they for freedom of speech was basically pressuring uh outlets like Facebook and YouTube and some other outlets, basically monitoring anybody that was speaking against, you know, what, and speaking against taking the potion. So yeah, they were handing those out like it was going out of style. But at the end of the day, you had to make some adjustments. So you had to make adjustments. I mean, everybody didn't been there. Everybody didn't been there. So but that's unfortunate that he felt the need to where he literally like pulled up on the dude and his wife and shot and killed both of them. Like, why the wife? What does she have to do with it? So this dude threw away his life, and the authorities know it was him because they have witnesses, they have video footage. I mean, like, it's just a matter of time before they apprehend him, if they haven't already captured him. So it's just a matter of time. I mean, where can he go? I mean, his face is pretty visible. Everybody know it was him. He was sitting up there basically driving around saying, yeah, they in my town. They in my town. So, how you not going? So my thing is, why couldn't they have just talked this out? But this is what I'll be saying. Like, people be taking this stuff serious. And this is what I'm saying about, content creators or even boxers threatening content creators, threatening media members, talking about they gonna slap them. That's what I'm saying. You don't know what somebody's background is, and you don't know where they come from, and you don't know what they're capable of. And that's why people talking about they just gonna run up on somebody when they see them. This could be the ramification. And there's going to be probably more incidents like these, and that's what I was saying about be careful how you approach me. Listen, I'm not looking for any trouble. I don't want any trouble, but if I feel like somebody is an imminent threat to me, I'm willing to use lethal force to protect myself. And if you understand what lethal force is, you should know what lethal force is. Look it up. That's all I'm saying. If I feel like somebody is a threat, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to protect myself or protect somebody around me. But that's what happens when you be sitting up on here thinking stuff is sweet. I'm pretty sure that dude had no idea that his life and his wife's life was going to end that day in Las Vegas. I mean, he shot both of them. He gunned down both of them. For what? Really? Over 2 strikes? And listen, I understand you don't want to start over and all that kind of stuff, but if it happens, it happens. There's people that then lost channels and they had to start over, and the funny thing is, when they started over, their next channel was bigger than the first one. So I understand. You would put in the work, you would tallied up the subscribers that you had at that moment, and you didn't want to have to start over again. But it was no reason to basically run up on them with a firearm and basically take both their lives. So now, like I said, you sitting up here in trouble. You didn't throw away your life. Now you're not going to be able to make videos, period, because you didn't use good judgment. So like I said, for the people that be sitting up here thinking they gonna run up on everybody, because I had a couple of people that was threatening me and stuff. some goofy dude was sitting up threatening me. Oh, yeah, that's absolutely true. At the end of the day, that's why listen, I'm not one of these dudes that be trying to be a celebrity and all that stuff. I still consider myself a private public figure. I'm not trying to be where guys like, you know, Anton Daniels and a couple of other people where they visibly show their face. See, those dudes are considered public figures and see they want to be celebrities. I'm not trying to be no celebrity. I mean, people know what I look like. If you want to see what I look like, go to my Instagram. I have more pictures on my Instagram than I do here because I don't have a lot of subscribers on the Instagram. So, with that being said, um, I don't be looking for no trouble. I say what I say and I stand by it. But listen, I'm not walking around, I'm not walking around looking for trouble. But at the same time, I'm just saying, if I feel like somebody is finna try something with me, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be prepared. And I think everybody should be prepared. But my thing is just not that serious, man. And how do you know he was the one that led to you getting 2 strikes on your channel? I mean, what proof did you have? Did he admit to doing it? That's all I'm saying. Did the guy admit to doing it? Yeah, listen, AZ, I understand to the fullest. You should always be, I don't know where you live at. If you live in an open carry state, yeah, carry. I'm all for that. I'm in California. California isn't a open carry state. So, I mean, and it's very difficult to get a concealed carry permit in California. I'm talking about it's very difficult. But yeah, if you feel like that's what you have to do, you should do it. You should always protect yourself. But this is what the world has came to now, where people are fixated on chaos and violence. You know? But like I said before, I noticed that this is not picking up a lot of steam because the victims are 2 black people. I promise you, if this had been the other way around, everybody would be talking about this. You would see videos about how did something like this happen, and you'd be hearing about people trying to dig up the dude's background and all this kind of stuff. You'll be hearing people saying he a thug and all that kind of stuff. But now you don't see the big wigs. You don't see the dudes that are black that put up anti-black rhetoric. You don't see those where those videos at. Oh, hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, you in Texas. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And you should be. See, out here, you like a sitting duck in California. See, that's why you have to, you have to worry. In California, you have to worry about that kind of stuff happening to you because California is, they they are very anti-gun out here. Now, the funny thing is, Nevada, for the most part, is a concealed and carry. I think it's not open carry, but I think it's concealed and carry. It might be it might be open carry. I would have to look, but I know Texas. Yeah, I got plenty of friends in Texas. I know in Texas, you can just keep a gun in your damn pocket. It's just routine in Texas. It's not like a big deal and stuff because I know quite a few people from Texas. Like everybody in Texas got straps. Yeah, AZ, you should be to make sure stuff like this don't happen. That's just crazy that dude like ran up, and there's people that have the actual footage. But damn, my thing is, dude only had like 14,000 subscribers. Bro, I was thinking like, man, this dude must got like 1.4 million subscribers. Like he must be making like buku. But you thinking to yourself, even though that's still ain't a reason like like to like take somebody's life, but you know, you kind of more would be inclined to understand. And I don't know if you remember, this isn't the first time something like this happened. I don't know if you remember. I cannot exactly remember when this happened. I think it happened either in 2019. It happened between 2000, maybe at the earliest 2018, and at the latest maybe 2021. I don't know if you remember. There was this lady, I think she was Arabic, but for some reason, for some reason, her channel got demonetized, and she had like X amount of subscribers. So she was making like 10 racks a month or something, you know, on YouTube. And I don't know if you know, but YouTube had this phase where they just for some reason they was just demonetizing people's channels for no reason. You know, I got demonetized a couple. I think I got demonetized like about 2 or 3 times, but they demonetized her channel. And I looked at her channel and she had a lot of subscribers, and they said she was making like 10 G's a month. She went down to San Bruno, because I don't know if you know, I'm in the Bay Area. So, you know, I'm in the Oakland, San Francisco area. Now, the YouTube headquarters is in San Bruno, California. It is like maybe 15 minutes from San Francisco International Airport, maybe 10 minutes, but it's not too far from San Francisco International Airport. I actually did a video from the YouTube headquarters because I just happened to be over there, and I just decided to, but it's over there. The YouTube headquarters is in San Bruno, but she went over there. She went to San Bruno, and she started clapping it up. I'm talking about she started clapping it up. She took out a few people. Oh yeah, yeah. Is Florida Florida is open carry too, right? Florida's open. Yeah, well, you should. So I'm just saying. So that lady, yeah, so they demonetized her. That lady snapped. So I can understand if dude was where she was, they just demonetized her for no reason. They demonetized her for no reason. Man, that lady, I don't know where she came from, but she made sure she went down to San Bruno, and she started clapping it up. And I forgot how many people that she took out. She took out a few people. I don't know what happened with her. I don't know if she took herself out or the authorities took her out, but something happened. But y'all look that up. But yeah, this thing with Sin City Manny, you know, that's just crazy that that man got in his car with a loaded weapon, and when he seen the dude, he opened fire, and you could hear the screaming. I have the footage, but I'm not going to post it. I have the aftermath of, basically the lady laying lifeless. I decided out of respect for the families and everybody involved, I wasn't going to post, the footage, and I wasn't going to post the pictures, because at the end of the day, you have to show some dignity and you got to show some respect. And I'm not so desperate for views. I'm going to, be a view whore and post something just to get views and stuff. So, just terrible. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, sis? Yeah, I'm talking about what happened. I'm talking about what happened with Manny, Sin City Manny, and another YouTuber, where basically this happened a couple of days ago, I think, at Las Vegas. Basically, he accused one. Look, you can look it up, sis. It's everywhere. It's on Willie D's channel. It's on Spider Loke's channel. So I'm just basically giving you a quick briefing. But yeah, he basically accused basically the perpetrator or the person of interest. Well, it ain't no person of interest. He did it. You know, Sin City Manny is, I think, Hispanic, and then basically the dude that he shot and killed along with his wife, they were black. And basically he accused the dude of having 2 strikes put on his channel, and he filmed himself driving around Las Vegas. He went over there. I think this happened where the Bellagio was. I don't know if you ever been to Las Vegas, but it happened where the Bellagio is, over there by the water fountain. Yeah, that's just weird. That's just weird. And the thing is, sis, he didn't even have a whole bunch of subscribers. He had about 14,000 subscribers. Like I said, they deleted his channel. They took his channel down. But before they took his channel down, I guess earlier today. But I went and looked at his channel. He had like 14,000 subscribers. I thought this dude had like 1 million subscribers or something. I thought he was like in the same category with that lady a while back that went to the YouTube headquarters in San Bruno, you know, and basically started like clapping people because they demonetized her. But nah, this dude only had, and the other dude only had like 3,000 subscribers. So my thing is, it just ain't that serious. And this is the thing that I'm trying to send to people. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never flagged anybody's videos, really. I just don't do that. I've never tried to give anybody or get anybody a strike, because I feel people can say what they want to say. It doesn't bother me as long as they don't threaten me. And I didn't have people threaten me. But, you know, I've already said what may happen if you run up on me. And I stand by that. You know, that was just crazy. That the dude really like filmed himself saying, yeah, they in my city. Yeah. See, yeah, she had like, she was making like 10,000 a month, and they demonetized her and she snapped. But I remember when that happened. I can't remember exactly what year that happened. Yeah, I thought she was Arab or something, but she went to the headquarters, and you know, she was making like $10,000 a month or something, and she had a whole bunch of subscribers. So that's why I thought the guy, you know, Sin City Manny was, you know, in that, I thought he was like basically, you know, in that upper echelons of like subscribers, but he only had like 14,000 subscribers. But I guess every subscriber counts. Like I said before, I just never been one of them dudes that like flag people's videos. If I don't like it, I just don't watch their channel, or I basically block their channel. I block them from coming on my channel. It's just not that. The only person that I ever flagged, the only channel that I ever flagged was that guy named Moon Man, the guy with the Mac Tonight Moon Man like mask or whatever, because he was like making full-fledged terrorist threats towards black people, talking about he was gonna kill black people, he was gonna violate black women and all that kind of stuff. So that's the only video that I ever flagged. I just don't do that kind of shit because it's just not that deep. People can say whatever they want to say, and you have a right to respond to them. Just like I'm gonna respond to Jason Whitlock later on, because Jason Whitlock said something absurd again, talking about that black people benefited from slavery. Like, Jason Whitlock just getting a little bit off. So Jason Whitlock is a dude, says he just wake up in the morning figuring out, he just really wake up in the morning trying to think of how he can coon. And that's sad, where he like is addicted to cooning. He need like coon rehab. He need like, he just really, he does it on purpose too. He doesn't really believe the stuff that come out of his mouth, but he wakes up in the morning like figuring out Like, how can I piss black people off? He has a real deep seated hatred towards black people, and I think he hates black women even more. Yeah, I don't know I don't know why the wife got I don't even know why he popped the wife. But yeah, Jason Whitlock, he does that on purpose. He does that on purpose. Anytime something happened to a black dude, you can best believe he gonna find a way to make the black person to blame. So he does that on purpose. I don't know what's wrong with that dude. I really think that I don't know what's wrong with that dude. But that's the thing, sis. Nobody likes him. Nobody likes Jason Whitlock. Sis, white people don't like him. Black people don't like him. Like, why would you sit up here spending your time being a token and being I mean, for real, and being a watermelon man? And don't nobody. And then the sad part about it is, sis, white people didn't call him out for being. They said that he's fake. They didn't call him out for that, for saying, "Hey, man, being you fake." So if you got the very people that you seeking approval from saying that you disingenuous, that's just weird. And he need to sit his ass down. I'm gonna be honest with you, Az. I'm surprised ain't nobody. Now that's one dude I'm surprised nobody ain't ran up on. I am surprised that nobody ain't ran up on him. But then again, I heard he lived somewhere like it in Tennessee. Because when he lived in Los Angeles, he said out of his own mouth, he said that he don't hang out nowhere. He said that he goes straight to his house. I bet you do. Yeah, Nick Flintez said, I said, dude, nobody don't like you. And he told him that they don't respect him. Yeah, but he still do it. He still do it. Like I said, anytime something happens to a black person, Jason Whitlock is gonna find a way to somehow demonize or attack. This man said that Sinners was the most racist movie that he ever saw. I was like, dude, come on, man, stop it, man. Like, dude, stop it. You ain't never saw The Toy with Richard Pryor? The Toy might have been one of the most racist movies ever made, along with the original Birth of a Nation. Um, I could think of quite a few movies that was far more quote unquote racist than Sinners, and that's what I'm talking about. Everybody was giving Sinners high praise, but Jace Whitlock got to be the one that'll do. Oh, I saw the movie Sinners, and it's the most racist movie. Like, bro, if you don't get out of here. I was like how, like, dude, what are you talking about? I didn't even, and then the thing was, I just looked at the title of the video. I didn't even bother to watch it. And why did I know that Jason Whitlock was going to be the first one to try to find something wrong with that movie? I could think of several movies that was far more racist than quote unquote sinners. You ever see Mississippi Burning? I mean, come on, man. Like, dude, you don't want. I mean, for real. I can think of far more movies that was like, like, man, come on, man, just stop. Like, dude, just stop it. Just stop it. I try to do what I do. Shout out to Sac, man. Shout out to all my people in Sacramento. Shout out to the Garden Block, Oak Park. Um, man, just shout out to all the people in Sacramento, man. Sacramento always show me a lot of love. Haven't been there in a minute. Well, Sinners wasn't even really meant to be racist, but I'm just saying Jason Whitlock, he just wanted to create a fake buzz. And that's what he does. He tries to give, you know what I'm saying? He tries to give white supremacists like a talking point. I could think of a whole bunch of movies that was racist. Like I said, like, come on, man. Like, all you listen, that movie, The Toy with Richard Pryor, that was one of the most racist movies I ever saw in my life. I mean, it was just it was just blatantly racist. You know, Mississippi Burning. It's quite a few movies. Like I said, the original Birth of a Nation. I mean, you can make an argument. The in the heat of the night had a lot of racial innuendo. So I mean, come on, man, don't like even try to play those type of games. Play those type of games with me, man. Don't even sit up there and try to insult people's intelligence. Yeah, the toy was cringeworthy. But you know, Richard Pryor, you know, had an issue with well, you know what was up with Richard Pryor. You know, I mean, you make an argument about Silver Streak, where dude put on blackface. So I mean, like, man, just come on, man. Don't even like try to play them type of games. He was just trying to listen. What he was doing, he was just trying to push a fake agenda, and it really didn't go nowhere. It didn't go nowhere. People thought he was like out of his mind. Like that's man, come on. I mean that movie that Denzel Washington played in, Mississippi Massalia, about him, you know, about those racist Indian people. Like, I mean, come on. I did a video a long time ago about some of the most racist movies that I ever saw. But I think the toy made like my top five. Cause like I said, the toy was cringeworthy. Yeah, well, you know, John Singleton made that. Um, Do the Right Thing. I don't consider those type of movies. I don't consider those type of movies like to be what you would call racist. They were like trying to they were trying to make a point about how all races are different. Even though I thought that was absurd about dude wanting him to put black faces on the wall at a pizza place, because at the end of the day it's his place. I mean, he could pretty much have who he want to have on there. Like, that's always been the theme, where people make a lot of money off black people, off the black dollar, but they don't really appreciate the black dollar. So what else is new? You know, what else is new? Yeah, Rosewood was history. Rosewood was history. Um, what was that movie with what was that TV show with Jonathan Majors, and what was that TV show with Jonathan Majors and Jesse Smollett's sister that they took off after one season? I cannot remember that. That was a good ass show too. Oh yeah, sis. Yeah. So yeah, trade and play. Yeah, I know what you're talking about too. You talking about that scene with Dan Aykroyd. Yep. I mean, if you want to get technical, I mean, sis, if you want to get technical, I mean, even though us black people, we didn't find it, I wasn't that offended by Tropic Thunder because it was explained what was the premise, but you could throw Tropic Thunder in there. So I'm just saying for Jason Whitlock to even say that stuff. You remember? Oh, thanks, sis. Yeah, Lovecraft. That was a really good show. Then don't you remember that other show that White Famous took that off? So I'm just saying any show that had like a message, you know what I'm saying? They take those shows off. So that's what I was saying. So why was Jason Whitlock even like making like trying to make a point with that? Because he just sounded absurd and people just was like, dude, you once again you tried to push an agenda and it didn't work. People were like, dude, what are you talking about? Yeah, Lovecraft Country was good. Actually, you could watch Lovecraft Country, some of the episodes on Tubi. Yeah, Rosewood was more about history. And the same thing about some of the shows about Black Wall Street. Now, the funny thing is, nobody ever wants to talk about it. It was far more incidents with basically us trying to, basically with us trying to distance ourselves and build our own communities. They were more than just Rosewood and Black Wall Street. I'm gonna be doing a series on that, so y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. Yeah, check. Yeah, Lovecraft Country. Just yeah, it ran for one season on HBO, and they took it off. It kind of had the premise, and it took place in like old Chicago. It kind of had the premise along the lines of sinners, but it didn't have no vampires, but it did have like witchcraft and sorcery and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's on the lines of that. Okay. Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. Yes, yeah, CJ Rich, you can check out Lovecraft Country on Tubi. It's pretty easy to find too. Just go to if you got a fire stick, just go to Tubi and just type up Lovecraft. It came on one season on HBO and they took it off. And White Famous was pretty good too. Yeah, so nah, but anyway, getting back, I didn't mean to get off subject, but yeah, man, getting back to the situation that happened with those two YouTubers, that was just crazy. But that's the point that I've been trying to make when I be on here. Like people that come on people's channels trolling and talking about they gonna pull up on them, like I highly recommend that you don't do that because you may pull up on somebody, but you may get pulled out. Or you may get put in it. You know what I'm saying? You may get sent to the upper room. So, like I said before, my suggestion is if somebody put out content that you don't like, um, you just don't listen to him. Like I said, I don't listen to Jason Whitlock because I know what he represents. So I don't listen to dudes like that. So I'm not gonna listen to somebody that I know pushes a narrative that I'm not for. I know what the dude is all about. his whole, like I said, he like to try to indoctrinate like this thing with black people, like we're the real, you know what I'm saying? That we the real perpetrators of racism, and that's far from the truth. But a lot of people been trying to pull that shit with black people. Like I said before, black people didn't go around burning crosses. Black people didn't go around like hanging people. Black people didn't go around beating up white men if they saw them with black women. So my thing is, don't try it. But my thing is, with me, I really don't beef with other YouTubers and all that kind of stuff. I mean, of course, we gonna say something about somebody. Yeah, if somebody says something that we don't agree with, of course, we gonna take an occasional shot at them and stuff. But I'm not gonna sit up here and say, "Hey, man, I don't like so and so," and if I see him, I'm gonna punch him and all that kind of stuff. Cause see, when you do that, now you taking it to another level. Cause see, I'm gonna tell you like this: I take all threats serious. So if another YouTuber says, "Oh, hey, if I see Town Business, it's on site, or I'm gonna take his life," okay, cool. I got I got documentation. So if I see you first and I do something to you first, I'm gonna get away with it because I'm gonna say, okay, well, here's video and audio of him saying that he's gonna do something to me. It's a opening shut case for self-defense. Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, a lot of these people is just unhinged, man. You could tell by how some of these people be talking. Like, if you listen to some of these women on here who be having these crazy ideologies about dating and everything, like when I heard that lady say that if a man puts sprinkles on his ice cream, he might be gay. That I was like, yeah, this bitch is crazy. And AZ, you should take all threats seriously. If somebody say, "Hey, man, if I see AZ, it's on site." Okay, if you see him first, you know what you got to do. Hey, you screen save it, you record it, and say, "Okay, well, you know what? Hey, he said he was gonna do something to me. I saw him. I acted first. I had to." Yeah, yeah, Phil put that video. I was like, this. I was thinking to myself, this bitch is out of her mind. Like some people just, dude. Like what would make you even what would make you even come to the conclusion of that? You know, I'm just saying, man, what are you like? What are you talking? Like, what are you talking about? This is some of the stuff that these women be saying. Like, like, lady, are you nuts? I mean, did your mama drop you on your head or something? Like, I mean, for real, like, what would make you just? So if you go to the yogurt place, because I think they got a yogurt place like in Art Mall. I haven't been to Art Mall in years, but like, so man, if you go to a yogurt place and you get sprinkles, man, people go start spreading rumors about you. Man, it's to the point, like I said before, man, it's just getting to the point, like you just like some of these women, you just be like, man, are you serious? Like, you like it's so bad. Let me tell you how bad it is. So CJ Rich, like like in California where we at, they had like 24-hour fitness. So they had 24-hour fitness. They have what's the other one? They had Planet Fitness. Like, do you know now I don't even go to the gym. I don't go to the gym like during peak hours. I go to the gym between 2 and 5 in the morning because there don't be no ladies there, and I know that I could work out in peace without no lady filming herself and then accusing you of looking at her, calling you a pervert and all that kind of stuff. That's how bad it is. When I go to 24-hour fitness, I go 24-hour fitness between the hours of 2 a.m. and I try to be out of there by like 5 a.m. I do not go to the gym like during peak hours. Like I don't go in the afternoon because you got some. And my thing is, you shouldn't even be filming. You be having people with full-fledged like camera equipment there, having like I'm like, man, get out the way. People trying to work out. Well, CJ, that's why I go to the gym. Like, I don't have to worry about that. It'd be like two women that be there the days I be there. And even when I see them, I go to the other, even though they don't be filming, I don't go nowhere near no woman. I don't want nobody to accuse me. Oh, look, he's looking at me. He's looking at me. And a lot of them women be coming to the gym and they don't even be working out. Like, why are you just walking around? Like, what are you ain't even working out. Yeah, what happened, man? What happened with the brother, man, and his wife? That was just tragic. But like I said, I just noticed a lot of these content creators ain't talking about this because the victims were black. I promise you, had this been the other way around, oh, you have everybody having something to say about this. Talking about, see, people be talking about this stuff and talking about that stuff. Like, but now, like I said, that two black people are victims. Now all of a sudden there's hesitation. There's no sense of urgency to put out a video talking about what happened to this man and his wife. There was no reason for the wife to get capped. And you know, the dude, Sin City Manny, like I looked at him, he looked like he Hispanic. So, you know, so much for the black and brown coalition shit. The only person so far that did talk about what happened is Willie D and Too Raw for TV. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this tragedy, because that's what it is. This is a tragedy. This type of shit shouldn't be happening. Yeah, dude, shot. Okay, let me describe to you what I saw in the video. You know, I could tell you what I saw in the video, but I'm not gonna post the video. So basically, one of the videos, he ran over there and he just pulled out a gun and he just started shooting. And then you heard a woman scream, and I think that's the wife. And then he shot her. But they died instantly. They pretty much died instantly right on the spot. They were dead right on the spot. Because from what I heard, he domed both of them. So he domed, you know what I'm saying? He definitely domed the lady. And he domed the other dude. So basically, that's what I'm saying. He was there to execute them. That was premeditated. That was premeditated. But here it is. You don't have nobody outraged by that, but then everybody has something to say about Carmelo Anthony. But here it is, a dude that basically stalked, sought out, and basically found the people, and then he walked up to him and he gunned him down. See how people have selected outrage? Well, CJ, they have the death penalty in Nevada. To me, he should get punished to the full extent of the law. He should be charged. He should be charged with premeditated capital murder. He should be looking at, because he planned on doing that. He made videos talking about, yeah, y'all in my city. How y'all not gonna tell me y'all in my city? So you could just tell how he was talking, that he was on his way to do something. They gonna use all that footage to like convict his ass. Like I said, it was premeditated. There's no reason. There's no reason to confront that dude with a gun and shoot him and his wife. Now, I'm gonna have to go look and see the dude threaten him or whatever the case may be, but I haven't heard anything about that. I just heard they were exchanging words online and stuff, and then the dude claims that the dude got him 2 strikes on his channel. Now, I haven't seen the proof. He hasn't provided the proof. Well, he can't now because they deleted his channel. Like I said, why did he bring the wife into this? What did the wife do? What did the wife do? What did she do to get dragged into this? Now just imagine yourself being the families of that man and the wife, and you have to like, and I hope they don't have any children. Oh man, I've been saying that. I've been saying that. Look what they did to that Kobe mural in Los Angeles. I heard they destroyed the Kobe Bryant mural over that stuff that's going on in Los Angeles. What did Kobe ever do to them? Well, I don't know where the brother was from. I don't know, I got to do more research. I don't know where he was from. I wouldn't be surprised if he was from California. Cuz like I said, they real man I'm telling you, they real peculiar on having weapons in California. They real funny style. You can't even have certain kind of guns like the shit that y'all allowed to have in Texas. You can't even have half of that in California. You can't have no AR-15s, no AR-13s in California. Have you ever seen the so-called AR-15s in California? They are trash. They only can hold 10 rounds. They just now let you start having like 17-round clips. I think you can have extendos now. You can't do the stuff in California that you allow. You can't, like I said, you're not even allowed to have half of the guns that they have in Texas. Well, I'm just letting you know, California, this is why people moving out of California, because they just put too many obstacles. It's just too many hoops that you have to jump. It's just too many hoops that you have to jump through. Like I said, the stuff that they have in Texas, you bring that stuff to California, you going to jail. I'm telling you that right now. You bring an AR-13 to California, you bring an AR-13 or an AR-15, you bring a Draco, and they catch you with that in California, you going to jail. In California, they run a background check before you could even buy ammo. That's how bad it is out here. That's why nobody wants to be here. Man, I'm not protesting nothing. I'm not protesting nothing. That don't got nothing to do with. I'm gonna be honest with you. That ain't our fight. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Because where was they at when stuff was happening to us? You know what they were saying? That ain't their problem. That ain't their problem. That don't concern them. So whatever going on with them, that ain't our problem. Remember when we was fighting for reparations, you know what they were saying? What about us? So they were trying to monkey wrench a lot of our movements. So that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's not our problem. Now, if you want to go out there and march for them, you go right ahead, but you won't see me there. That is not our problem. Well, I'm just telling you right now, don't bring them to California because I'm telling you, they're going to take them from you. They're going to take it from you and then they're going to take you to jail. But anyway, you guys, appreciate y'all being here because I got to get some rest because I got to be at work in the morning. But yeah, we'll continue this conversation. Appreciate you guys.